Bob in Portland, Oregon. Hey, Bob, what's up?
Yeah, Tom, can you hear me okay?
Just fine, Bob. Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I just got a little theory about this thank you tour that Donald Trump started yesterday. And, he's a he's a sneaky, smart guy. He knows that he's not really president yet, that the Electoral College has got to vote. I mean, a lot of people say it's a done deal, but there's a lot of people that hope that they'll come through for us. But now, what better way to get out there and show off like he does and intimidate these voters, these electoral voters? In other words, make a big show.
I don't think he has to worry about the Electoral College, frankly. I realize that there are, a lot of people who are hoping for that. I'm one of them. I would love to see the Electoral College flip, but I don't see a mechanism for that to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. The recounts in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, if they demonstrate that, in fact, the vote was suppressed, the vote was miscounted, the vote was malcounted, and in fact, Hillary Clinton won those 3 states. And I mean, you add up his margin of victory in those 3 states, and it's just, it's a very small number of people. It's enough people to fill a stadium. And if those recounts are successful, but Michigan just put the kibosh on it now. The attorney general for the state just filed an injunction against it, so it's going to roll over into next week, and it's going to have to be heard by the elections board or whatever it is. In Wisconsin, they've half the counties are saying no, we're not going to do a real recount. In Pennsylvania, you've got to get every single precinct. You've got to get 3 registered voters to sign a notarized statement. You got to find a notary public who will certify your signature. I mean, these are huge hoops to jump through, and the Republicans control these 3 states, and so they're making it virtually impossible. So, I think that what Trump is doing, as I said in the opening of the show, is he's following Reagan's script. He's got a bunch of Reagan's old Reagan people working with him, including Roger Ailes, advising him. And I would say particularly Roger Ailes. And Reagan ran the perpetual campaign. You run a campaign always. And that, not just for yourself, but for yourself and for your party. And this is how you, and you lie to the people with ease and facility. And you rely on the press not to call out your lies, or if they do, to soften your lies. And that's exactly, I mean, with Carrier, we saw this so vividly that the message, you see the chyron, that bottom third, the language on the TV screens, Trump saves jobs on all the networks, all this kind of stuff, the headlines and things. I mean, he's pulling it off. He's pulling it off already. And get ready for 4 more years of it, Bob.
What I'm hoping is that these 538 voters are just paying attention. I mean, after all, they must realize that.
You're talking about the electors? Yeah, but these electors are all, I mean, all the ones who are going to vote for Trump are all people who have worked their way up into a position in the Republican Party where they can be elected an elector. And so, if one of them says, no, I'm not going to vote for Trump, they'll get just replaced by somebody who will enthusiastically vote for Trump. The party controls that.
Well, I know that in one of those states that if they just said they weren't going to vote for Trump,
right,
they were going to replace him. But, I wonder that it seems to me that would create a constitutional crisis in the sense that going against the original purpose in the Constitution, and that some state has passed a law. This has
actually happened before, where the Electoral College was tied or nobody got 270 votes. And if that's the case, if these 3 states got overturned, it doesn't mean that Hillary Clinton becomes president. What it means is, if it doesn't get her to 270, which I don't think it will, it means that the vote goes to the House of Representatives, which is controlled by the Republicans. So they get to pick who's going to be president. What do you think they're going to do, Bob? I got to run.
You're listening to Thom Hartmann. Visit ThomHartmann.com for audio and video archives.
The Electoral College is not our salvation. We are our salvation. We've got to work. We've got to fight. We've got to organize. We've got to wake people up.